We're back, we're live, looking at the NASDAQ chart here, and we're still bullish. I know it's been a few weeks since we recorded the last video. Last time that we recorded the video, we were back here. And as you see, price hasn't really moved entirely too much, right? But as of right now, it is elections. The election will be decided today, tomorrow, midnight, whatever they want to do. And historically, based off the seasonality charts and other sources, apparently the market tends to rally after the elections, right? Please backtest that for yourself, but typically it does. And if you go back to the last election, let's go back to last November. Let's just double check this. November, June, July, September, August. November was October, November, right? This was around the elections. And what happened last year? Gone. Price flew. Boom. Elections. Well, actually, no. Elections is every 4 years. So excuse me on that. Let's not even go there. But as we see here, we have the NASDAQ chart. And, it's very clear that overall, this is a pretty bullish asset, especially after breaking previous all-time highs at 16,750. It's been really no reason to sell, because once you break the all-time highs, there's no real need to look left anymore, because you're in new price discovery. So unless you see a sell setup, it's good to take the buys. And again, as we see here, this was a prime example of how price gave us the liquidity. We swept it, broke above, retested, and gone. Came back for another retest, gone. That's what price likes to do. Keep that in mind. Okay, so moving forward, if everyone knows that in an uptrend, price likes to make higher highs and higher lows, right? Price goes up, we make a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. And every time we make new higher highs, we have to break structure to the upside in order to confirm that price wants to move higher. So if you see that price is breaking structure to the upside, you have to ask yourself, should I be buying or should I be selling? Because if this is an uptrend, that means a downtrend would be lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower lows and lower highs. One of the students asked me yesterday, he said, "Oh, are we still bearish?" And I'm like, "Sir, do you see any lower lows and lower highs, or do you see higher highs and higher lows? Like, please help me understand what you mean by are we still bearish?" It has to make sense. If I saw price giving me, lower lows and lower highs, where current price action is somewhere here, okay, cool. Maybe on the 1 minute, 5 minute, yeah, it may be bearish. But if we're looking at the higher time frames, which in all reality hold more weight, then it's still bullish. We're still extremely bullish. And that's how we were able to capitalize off this position at 20K. Going to the monthly, this is what really was going to determine whether or not we continue bullish or bearish, is because in the month of in September, we closed above 20K. We broke above previous highs. Okay, so that was a confirmation that price wanted to go higher. Unfortunately, last month, we did close right beneath 20K. It's a red flag. This month, so far, it's busting. We don't know what's going to happen. All I can go is based off structure. With the elections here, we could easily blow past this 20K or 20,800 all-time high, continue. Or we can easily just sell off tragically. Looking at price action though, looking at the candlesticks, it's pretty healthy price action. I don't really see any inefficiencies on this time frame. But going down to the weekly, another reason why I did not want to sell is because even on the monthly that holds more weight, we closed beneath 20K. On the weekly, we still held above it. We've been holding above 20K for several weeks. So to me, the psychological number is still holding for buys. That's another reason why I took the setup here. Okay, and then going down to the daily, as you see, we entered here, and we took some partials right in there. We do plan to, of course, hold this to all-time highs of 20,800. We shall see, but it was more than meets the eye, right? Going down to the 4-hour, it wasn't just that 20K. You know, we had more of the setup. It looks very choppy here. That's why you have to understand what to look for. But we did have liquidity. We swept it. We broke above. Played around, retested once, and then 26 times here before price took off. But technically, this is the setup. It may not always look the prettiest or the sexiest, but it's still the setup. There was some inefficiency in here on the 4-hour, nice and balanced play. Beautiful fill of the imbalance right in there. Going down to the 1-hour, we were looking here pretty much for the whole week. Just checking out this area here, and there's several setups on the smaller time frames which alluded that price wanted to continue bullish. You see here liquidity sweep, break above, gone. There was even another example over here. I did run a call for the team yesterday, and we did see this. I called this out live. Liquidity build up, sweep the liquidity, break above, retest once, replay around, emotional damage, retest again, and then price flies. As you see here, price is gone. A lot of students, they didn't really catch the trade. You know, some people just like to spectate, which is fine. You have to, you know, see it first before you do it yourself. But once price got up here, some of the students were complaining, oh, I missed the trade, I missed the setup. But you actually didn't. Even though, you know, price flew pretty significantly already, it still gave us structure confirmation of more bullishness by providing some liquidity. And then we swept that liquidity. We broke above these highs, or retested, and then price flew. Okay, and then price even came back multiple times and then flew again, even giving you more setup. You had liquidity being built up with this wick, these lows, boom, over and over being built up. We sweep it, break above right here, these highs, retest it, filling in some imbalance, inefficiencies, and then gone. Okay, and price even comes back again, same thing, and then gone. So unless I see something where price is giving me a downtrend, lower lows and lower highs, I just don't want to hear are we bearish, because there's no factual evidence, there's no structural evidence indicating that anywhere. And if you see it, let me know, because I would love to, you know, catch the top and sell off to oblivion. But until the evidence is presenting itself, I don't think I should put that into my mind and have other people's emotions and feelings dictate how I trade when the market is telling me to my face it's bullish based off the basics, which is, again, going back to structure, which we just went over in the beginning of the video, of higher highs and higher lows, right? This is an uptrend and this is being mimicked right here. I don't see any reason to sell. But if for some reason I saw something like this, okay, bet we can start selling. But we don't see that. So please, for watching this video, master the basics. A lot of people, they like to make trading very difficult. They like to use all this outlandish vocabulary to make themselves seem special, or like they know something that you don't. But at the end of the day, this is how the market moves when it's going up. And when it's going down, it's the opposite. So if we're trading something like NAS or Bitcoin or gold, which has been going up since before we were born, wouldn't it make sense for you to follow the trend and catch the retest and continue buying? But that's just me. Everyone has their own way of doing things. Everyone has their own way of learning and understanding. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. We shall see what happens with the elections today. I am going to stay up tonight around midnight just to see how the market reacts. I haven't been this involved in trading since the last election. I started trading back in 2020, and I didn't really know anything. I was even intimidated to open TradingView because it just seemed too hard. But now, 4 years later down the line, with this much experience, I'm very excited to see what happens with the market. So I will be up to experience it firsthand live. And let me know in the comments if I should do a live call tonight for the elections and a live trading session for London. But I hope you guys got some value, and let me know. Let me know in the comments.